Ford has entered basically the supercar market with the Mustang. The GTD series Mustang was revealed, and this has brought up a good scenario of talking about the Camaro's GT4.R spec car, because I can't tell you how many people have messaged me and have had zero clue that this car exists. There's also a GT4 spec Mustang as well. Let's talk about it. Today's video is brought to you by Lethal Garage Synthetics. If you guys didn't know, I've been an AMSOIL dealer for over 6 years and personally run AMSOIL products in my car, from engine oil, trans fluid, rear gear, brake fluid, etc. Have it all, even their coolant. And if you guys are looking to change your oil or change any of the fluids in your car and want to look for the best product available, hit the link down below in the description. You can sign up as a preferred customer, save 25% off on all of your orders, and on top of that, you can get free shipping. So check it out. Hit the link below and let's get to the video. What's going on, guys? Matt here with Lethal Garage, and today I want to talk about this new GTD spec Mustang, but even more so talk about the GT4.R spec Camaro that has been around for years. Now, Mustang typically has not played around in the GT3, GT4, GTD series as much as, let's say, the Corvette or the Camaro has in the past. And there's quite a few cars out there that play in this space. Porsche plays in here. You guys know of the GT2, GT3 cars, and they are street legal. And I believe this GTD series is a car that straddles the line of a road spec race car. Like, you can literally take this car and go race it or even drive it on the street. I think they're trying to straddle that line with this car. So some of you may wonder, what the heck is GT3, GT4, GTD, blah, 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 blah. GT3 is a higher class of road race car than the GT4 series. GM plays very frequently in the GT4 series with the Corvette and Camaro. They have had the Camaro within that series for a long time. They even had a 5th gen Camaro that played in the GT4 series. The GT3 series is slightly, think of it like F1, where, you know, you have F2 and then F1's like the high-end class. GT4 is the lower, GT3 is a little bit higher. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe GT3 and GTD basically can swap back and forth with each other. They can play within the same realm. They're higher horsepower, a lot more aerodynamics, stuff like that, it just competes in a whole different class. Doesn't make the cars any better or worse than one another. It's just different classifications of racing, where the GT4 spec cars are naturally aspirated, the lower horsepower, not as much aerodynamics, but they're still very high performance variant cars. Also, to my knowledge, the GT3 cars typically mimic, GT4 cars like the Corvette and Camaro, their bodies and chassis and all that stuff very much mimic the retail variants of those cars that you can go down to the dealerships and buy. Now, the motors are typically different. They usually tune up the suspension a little bit more in the GT4 style cars, whereas like the Mustang GTD is a complete departure from what you can buy on any Mustang in the market, GT, 350, or the 500. But let's talk about it in a little bit more detail and then talk about the Camaro itself, if you guys didn't know about the GT4 spec Camaros that are out there. So this GTD spec Mustang it's a monster for all intents and purposes. It's a 5.2 liter supercharged motor powering over 800 horsepower. GM Ford has basically swung for the fences with this car, both in aerodynamics and weight of the vehicle. The majority of the car is carbon fiber in regards to all the panels around it, roof, fenders, doors, trunk, all that kind of junk. The giant wing out the back, which in my opinion looks awesome, versus Camaro's like trunk mounted wing. This one is a chassis mount wing, so it is legit tied to the chassis of the vehicle, and it's a functional wing itself, so you can control when you want the aerodynamic properties of the wing to kick in. So comes in really nice when you're screaming down the straightaways and when you want the more downforce going in and out of corners, etc. So the car itself is pretty impressive. I mean, it's subjective. It looks freaking awesome. I will say this is probably one of the cooler looking Mustangs out there, but with a price tag of $300,000, makes you wonder who they're targeting this car for. Are they actually targeting teams to take this car out and go racing? It's kind of weird because they also announced a 2024 GT4 spec car that is very much based on the Dark Horse, just like the Camaro GT4 spec cars based on the SS/ZL1. Kind of borrows traits from both. It's slightly awkward there, but it's interesting, you know, and these cars are low production. I mean, these aren't cars that are going to be built on like GM's assembly line. They're going to be built kind of like the GT's hand built with all unique parts and pieces. You know, I was talking about how the GTD car is a complete departure from what you can go buy on the lot, like with the GT500 or GT350. A lot of that comes down to one, the motor, two, the full suspension. They ditch the suspension and go with a hydraulic setup, very similar to GM's DSSV technology. So it's not anything new, but it's new for the Mustang. They've never had that technology in the Mustang platform. Again, it's a full hydraulic sense, like full track spec setup, which is awesome. You know, it's cool to see Ford dumping money into this crazy, almost supercar like vehicle that can compete in the Nürburgring in sub 7-minute track times and compete with like Lamborghinis and 911. I mean, the ZL11LE already does that, which is awesome. But it's cool to see, whether or not they're a competitor or whether or not you hate Ford or the Mustang, it's cool to see them playing in that space, especially in a time when people like Mohr and Chevy are letting the Camaro or Dodge Challenger Chargers fall off the production list, going out of production. So, but overall, if you guys didn't know, Chevy for quite a while, and if you have the money, I think Pratt & Miller will build you a GT4R spec Camaro, naturally aspirated with all the body stylings and everything, for $259,000. You've been able to buy this car for quite a while. I don't know if they're actually still making them. I think that you can still get them. Same with the Corvettes. I think the Corvettes are a lot more expensive, but the Camaro specifically is $259,000. And if you have the dollars, you can go buy yourself a purpose-built, naturally aspirated race car. If you guys haven't seen the car, here it is here. It's I remember when this car came out, we all thought it could have been like a potential Z28 or whatever, but then we found out it was just the new GT4.R spec Camaro. It's funny because even on the spoiler, so it's like as much as they're saying there's not as much downforce on this Mustang or on the Camaro versus the GTD Mustang, it's like the Camaro itself has like basically a ZL1 front end. It's got a spoiler with a wicker bill and a giant wing out the back. It's like they're just trying to get all of the downforce possible that they can for that car. But it's really cool to see. It is just a 6.2 liter V8, naturally aspirated. They're usually tuned to around 420 horsepower, so nowhere close to what this Mustang's gonna be. But I do believe the GT4.R spec Camaros are also in sub 7-minute Nürburgring timing. So it's like, power is not always the key. Yeah, it's impressive on paper and it sounds awesome, but you know, a naturally aspirated car can pull its weight. And actually the 5th generation Z28 was a prime example of how a heavy track focused Camaro could compete with the big dog cars out there. It was pretty cool to see that, and even seeing Chevy build upon that with the ZL1 and the ZL11LEs. It's been impressive to see over the years. Again, it's just a shame GM has decided to stop production of Camaro and not pursue other avenues of racing like this. Like, could you imagine what a $300,000 GTD Camaro could look like? It makes me sit back and wonder what GM could have done if they would have created a vehicle that competed in this space. Now, was there a demand for it or a need or a desire? I don't know, but it definitely feels like Ford is pulling out all the stops for this 2024 model with the new GT, Dark Horse, GT4, and this GTD car. So it's amazing to see all over again. So, and this might also be a good opportunity to let you guys know about, if you didn't know, that GM has, or GM, Dodge, Mohr, and Ford also have drag specific cars. If you guys weren't aware, Mohr has their Challengers, Chevy obviously has their Copo Camaro series, if you haven't heard of it or didn't know that that was the specific car for drag racing, and Ford has their Cobra Jet. So it's cool to see that they're all playing in multiple different facets. Unfortunately, both Mohr and Chevy are exiting. Actually, we haven't heard an official announcement of what's going on with Copo. If they're going to keep creating Copo models even after the production of Camaro goes away. But, you know, Ford's going to keep making stuff. So that's it. That's all I got. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys are watching this video, did you know there was a GT4.R spec Camaro? And if you didn't, are you shocked to hear that that car does exist? And are you shocked to hear that it's 259 grand for a car like that you can go buy from Pratt & Miller? I believe right now you can call them up and be like, hey, I want a GT4 spec freaking Camaro. Make it happen. Let's be awesome. Till next time, guys. I'll see you on the road. Okay, I'm going to jump in here real quick. For those of you who watched this entire video and are interested in joining up with me at AMSOIL and want to get a preferred customer account, I will pay to sign you up for a 6-month service so you guys can experience AMSOIL at the cheapest rate possible and just see for yourself that this product is amazing. What you will have to do is reach out to me on Instagram, send me a DM, let me know that you saw the end of video AMSOIL promotion, and I will get you signed up. You will have to send me your full shipping address, a phone number, and an email. I can get you registered, and I do have to caveat, this is only for customers who have never signed up with AMSOIL before. So hit me up. Again, it's lethal_Camaro on Instagram. Shoot me that DM and we'll get you that 6-month preferred customer membership at no cost to you.